Hi there, gardening friends. It's Amy here. Well, I am on a mission. I'm one of those people that get very, I don't want to say obsessed or have an obsessive personality, but I might a little bit. So I'm on the hunt for a firelight hydrangeas. I know how hard that might be at this time of year because most of their stocks are probably gone. But you know what? I'm gonna try anyways. So yesterday I was at a local nursery. Today I'm gonna hit the big box store, Home Depot, Rona, Lowe's, just to see if they might have it or not. They probably won't, like I said, but hey, you know what? It's worth a shot, right? And today is also fall maintenance day. I have a lot on my list I have to do, moving a whole bunch of stuff in my garden around. And one other thing that the reason why I'm hitting all the Ronas and Home Depot is because I need to get some burlap to get ready to wrap my evergreens for the winter time. So let's hope I find some of those, at least if I can't find any hydrangeas. So come along with me today and we'll spend the day together. My first stop is Home Depot. Let's hope I find some hydrangeas here. Okay, here we are at Lowe's. Let's see if I will be able to find anything. Pumpkins, lots and lots of pumpkins wherever you go. Okay, they have my burlap here. $44.99. Why does that feel like it's on the pricier side? Ooh, I love these tents. So a few years ago, I got a whole bunch of these. I have used them for my boxwood. Yeah, they work really, really well. I got them on clearance, 10 bucks each or something. So it's a lot better than these pricing, that's for sure. Okay, let's see what else they have inside. Okay, here is Rona. Just from the gate that over there, I don't think they have much left. Ooh, I am on the market for a leaf blower. 20% off, eh? I gotta think about this. Okay, so I've went to a few locations now. End of season, nothing left. So I got plan B in place and I'll show you what it is. I think it will work out just as well. My top pick was a firelight, but I also have another hydrangeas that I can put into the spot of the Rose of Sharon. So I'll show you what I have in mind. Stay tuned. Okay, so originally I was about to dig out the root system for this boxwood, but I got a brilliant idea and probably gonna backfire and probably might not work, but I'm gonna try it anyways. So I'm gonna tie strings on the base of the plant and maybe even around the plant. I'm gonna get my husband to attach it to my car, one of my car that has a back hitch thing. So I'm gonna ask him to drive it and pull it out of here. I've never done this before. I've seen another gardener do it, so I'm gonna give it a shot because I think trying to dig it out with a shovel is gonna be really, really hard. So wish me luck, guys. Okay, so I have these strings. They look quite sturdy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap this around this plant right here. And then we're gonna use our car, which has that back latch thing that I told you about, and we're gonna try to pull it out of here. Don't try this at home, okay? Because I have no idea what the result is gonna look like. All right. Move it slowly. Hold on, let me get out of the way. Go ahead. No? Nope. The string broke. You know what? Maybe I should use a spade or a shovel to loosen the root system a bit. Nope. It is definitely not moving. Okay, second attempt. Let's see if this will work or not. Attempt number 2. Oh, keep going. Nope, it's coming off, it's coming off. But it's kind of making progress though. But I think you need to tie it at the very base. Second attempt, we didn't wrap it around the base here. This time we wrapped it around the base. Attempt number 3. Hopefully third time is a charm. Keep going. Oh, it's slipping off. Oh. I should get out of the way. Nope. Oh. So what I'm gonna do, what if I go in there and saw some of the root out? I wonder if that will help. Oh, I think it's working. This thing's been here for over 10 years. Yeah, the root system is really deep. But look, we're making progress. Oh, look, it's almost, I see like 1/3. Yes. And this is me. Oh, I can feel it. I'm sitting on the tree itself to give some. I fell on the floor. Oh my goodness. Oh, yay. That was so funny. Okay, so how we got that out was a combination of a few things. I think in combination it worked. One on its own would not have worked. So we used our car trying to pull it out and it didn't work. Not because the method didn't work, but rather that the string that we had was not strong enough, so it snapped. So what we ended up doing was that we took the shovel or spade, whatever you call that is, tried to dig out the root system, and then of course I took a handheld saw, and as we went along I sawed off as much of the root, the bigger roots as possible. So we just kind of hacked at it, and then in the end I sat on, I don't know if you're gonna, yeah, you're probably gonna see it, I sat on the bush itself on one side, my husband on the other side, the opposite side, trying to lift it, and you know what, it worked. So I'm so happy that this half-dead boxwood is gone. This leaves me space to plant beautiful annuals next year. Another task completed. Yippee, so happy. And we did it. Oh my goodness gracious. That was hilarious. There we go. Oh my goodness, that was, ta-da. And she's out. All right, this is exactly what I wanted. That was hilarious. All right, my boxwood, half-dead boxwood is gone. Open up that space. You know what, I thought about it. I don't think I'm gonna put another hydrangeas in there. The whole purpose of removing it is to open up the space. So what I would do is actually plant bigger annuals in there. Something like the begonias that I had in those big, in the pot that grew really big. So that will give it color and it won't be a permanent thing there. And then it will keep this part open. So yes, no more hunting for firelight hydrangeas. This will do. Love it. Wow, that was a fun experience. It took me sitting on the tree to help my husband dig it out for me. Teamwork. Here you have it. That's one way of removing plants, guys. Whatever it takes. All right. Actually, you know what? I still have the begonias. I'm gonna try to put it on there right now for size, just to see how it looks like. You know what? Let's take the dark one. Give me a sec here. All right, you know what? I'm gonna put this one in that spot to see how it looks like. You have to use both my hands, so I gotta put my phone down for a sec. Okay, you know what? Smart thinking. I won't have to wait until next year to see what it looks like. Okay, so I had a pot, of course, that I had on my front display. I just popped it in there, and this is what I had in mind in terms of putting annuals, some kind of big annuals with a lot of color, just to add some color to this space right here. Perfect. I think I like it. As you can see, I mentioned in my previous video, it's just a lot of green, way too much green. I might, instead of a firelight, I might put this one where the Rose of Sharon is here. She's grown so much already in the first year. I can just imagine in later years she's going to be even bigger. So I think she will fill up that spot really nicely. So yeah, no more adding green stuff in here. I need color. And yes, that begonias will look so nice here next year. Perfect. Mission accomplished. Old one out. New spot for new, beautiful, colorful plants next year. Oh yes, and the other thing I had in mind is, you know how I have these in-between spots between these, existing mature greens. I will also try to incorporate begonias or something of that nature, something very colorful in between here, like I did this season with the dahlias. So I will continue to do so. So adding colors here, this spot right here, and also this spot right here. And now I have this spot available so that this patch or this front garden will have more colors moving forward. I don't know if I'm trying to recall. I think I probably did cover this part, but so this patch right here is shared between myself and my neighbor. A new neighbor just moved in, so they're renovating right now. Excuse the mess. So this year I added this new patch. It's still in the works. As you can see, it's not completed whatsoever. This will take me some time to kind of finalize the look that I want, but so far I've added hostas, some grass. These are irises. What is it called? I forget what kind of variety. Purple flowers, really pretty. I put some heucheras in there. This is 9 bark. I have 2 of them, one here and also one here, which will add some beautiful dark color. I also planted a new rose here, and another one here. So 3 roses here. This one is, what is this one called again? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. It has white flowers in spring. I can't remember the name right now. But anyhow, I just added this year. As you can see the fabric, garden fabric still, plastic sheet still here. I'm trying to suppress the grass, which is here. There were like tons of just weeds all over here. Unfortunately, my previous neighbor did not like gardening, didn't really care for it. So ever since my family and I moved in, I've taken care of this patch for almost 2 decades, 20 years. So finally they've been asking me for many years actually I'm free to garden here, and I've never taken them up on the offer. This year, finally I say, okay. And then I put this new garden in. So it's still in the works, still require a lot of work to finish, but I'm liking the look so far. Yeah, beautiful. So next year, I think next summer, it's probably when I will finalize the look. And when I do so, I will keep you, I will upload or update as I move along and make more progress on this project. But yes, like I said, I'm really loving the look of it so far. I like the fact that I added more color instead of, that green color scheme I had in my original garden. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. Work in progress. Like I said, gardening is a never-ending task. I don't want to call it task sounds wrong because I love doing it so much, but yeah, it's always changing because my taste over the year changed too, right? So yep, that's what I have going on. So let's go to the back. I have tons of other stuff I still need to do. Yes, so today I'm relocating a whole bunch of stuff around. I'm guilty of this and I don't know who else is. When I plant things in my garden, I tend to be a little bit impatient in that I know the plant's going to grow bigger, but I can't bear to see this, the bare spots or spaces around the plant. So I tend to plant them a little bit too close, and as things grow, I have to relocate them. So I'm at that point in time where I have to relocate a lot of stuff. So I'll take you along and show you what I need to do today. So here's an example of what I'm talking about. I got a few roses plant, new ones of course. So this one is a 2-3-year-old rose. This one is this year. And under here, although I didn't intentionally plant all these are Black-Eyed Susan. They did spread over time, but I just find they're getting way too close to my rose bushes here. So what I'm going to do is going to remove that whole clump, move it further back. And also the other day, I didn't film this part, but my hydrangeas here, I have trimmed it back. So it looks so much better. And I did trim up the bottom part. So there is no more really lower branches at the bottom. I really want to open up this space, and because these spaces are open up, the Black-Eyed Susan that I just talked about will be located here, maybe even some that will be here too. So that's one part where I need to relocate stuff. And the other thing I'm eyeing right now is also, so I have a sedum back there. Maybe I should go this way, it's easier to see. Okay, there we go. So I got some sedum here. I don't recall planting it, but it is there. And also a phloxus here. They have now become too close to my roses here. I apologize. My neighbors are still renovating. So yeah, so they're a little bit too close to these roses. So I will be digging them out, either relocating them somewhere else, or these sedum, to be honest with you, I have so many, I might just put that into the compost pile. But the phlox for sure, I want to relocate somewhere else, I think. Yeah. Yeah, and even here too, I noticed this clump, although I took out one big one right here so that Mr. Lincoln here, she can breathe, but I find there's still quite a bit, and it's getting closer to this one right here. So I might be dividing this and relocating it also. So today, what I'm going to try to do, I don't know if I'm able to or not. So underneath this plastic bag used to be where my lilac, mature lilac plant used to be. I chopped her down, covered this all season long, hoping the root or the branches might have died off. I would like to put this Sun King here into that spot. I kind of want this to grow here over the winter, so that it kind of establish better root system. So that is definitely one of the tasks that I need and would like to do today if I can squeeze it in. If not, I think fall maintenance is going to be like several days in the making. So we'll see how much I can get done today. But yeah, these are the things that I need to do. I did trim up a lot of my roses. Cutting back the dead ones, thinning it out ones that were cross. So I have been doing that. Oh, this one too. I limbed down or chopped down a lot of the branches that were just growing wild. So this one has been trimmed down. Tie them back together so it's more neat. So this one you can at least now see the individual plant itself. Before it was just crossing into each other. Same thing with this patch here. I did the exact same thing. I don't know if you can actually see, there's actually 4 different roses in this patch planted fairly close, and I'm kind of contemplating whether it's too close, but you know what, I'm going to let them be for the time being. If next year they prove to be just way too close, I might have to move some stuff around. But yeah, they were kind of leaning into each other, so I trimmed back a lot of the branches so that now they're not rubbing against each other. So I'm really glad I got that done. Also to Mr. Lincoln, look at her, she's not doing so well. Look, all season long, push up just a few branches. So I'm hoping by removing a lot of the surrounding plants that she'll do better now. Waiting patiently for this to bloom out so that I can chop her down or remove that tall branch there so it's a better growing habit or nicer structure. I gotta say, one of my favorite, amongst other reasons, is this one right here. Look how nicely it grows. I've never had to trim her back before. She just grows really compact and nice. Same thing with the Easy Does It. Really, really lovely structure. These ones, you see how crazy it is? They just send off these really big, tall branches here that kind of like make it so awkward. Same thing with this one here. Super long branch here. Yeah, a lot of mine have been doing that. And I'm just waiting for them to see the flower buds right here, just for them to open, enjoy it for the time that it's blooming, and then just chop it right down, trim it right down. These ones too, I'm going to cut it right here. So here you can see my pot seems, what is it called, less and less flowers around here. The reason being is that I'm clearing out this section slowly because things need to be trimmed down and for me to store them in its proper place come winter when the snow or cool weather comes. So over time, over the next few weeks, you'll see there's going to be less and less plants in this middle section. I wonder if I even will be able to remove, or that I will remove enough plants where you can actually see what it looks like without all these pots sitting on it. It's a really different look than what you see right now for sure. Yeah. So yeah, I'll take you along with my fall maintenance. Hopefully we can get a lot done, but whatever it can get done will be great. And today's weather is gorgeous. It's actually on the too hot side for my liking, but I'm not complaining. It is fall and it is beautiful out today. Just removing some of these lower leaves, they're going yellow. I'm sure they're getting ready for fall and winter months. So, you know what? Let's remove some of it so it looks neater, easier to store. These have been growing all season. I really hope that next year they will reward me with some flowers. These are foxgloves that I grew from seeds. You know what? I might as well limb up some of this. They do have blooms on them, but they're hanging over the side here, which I really don't like it when plants do that. So you know what? Let's take back some of it. It's just, I don't like this messy look, and when I walk past it, it touches my leg, which I really don't like either. Okay, that's that. I'm really tempted to take these out, but they still have so much colors on them that seems kind of pitiful to yank them out so early. But yeah, I think I might do that. Also, I need the space to start putting my tulip bulbs in anyways. Okay, so look at that. Looking so much better. Cleared out all of the black-eyed Susans. I think that's it, Susans that were grown here. I moved just one small patch all the way back there, located right beside the hydrangeas there. For the rest of the space behind there, I'm gonna leave it empty for now. I find I always try to plant stuff because I can't bear this. I can't stand to bear the empty spots. But now, because I have my roses here, I'm going to try my best to refrain from doing so it doesn't crowd the root area, so that they have room to breathe and there's more air circulation for healthier growth. So this is looking great. And here's another view. Nice and clear back here now. Move that one clump over here, and the rest of the space is empty. So yeah, you know what? Let's leave it as is. No more crowding places. And this should do it for now. Okay, let's go into this patch and remove the sedum here and relocate that phlox right beside there. Next task. So this is the phlox, gorgeous color. I planted it last year as a really small plant. It's grown a little bit, suffering from powdery mildew, of course, very common this time of year. This is where she used to be. As you can see, super close to two of my new roses that I planted this year. So I decided to move her here. You know what, for the time being, I'm gonna leave this spot very clear with nothing except for tulips. Yes, I will be plopping tulips around here, but nothing that can possibly grow bigger. The reason is I also have Queen Elizabeth planted right here. So these are very close. So let's keep this spot open, and because I also planted Midnight Masquerade right there, so I don't want to crowd this space anymore. Lesson learned. I cannot keep doing that. I have the tendency to overcrowd stuff. Truthfully, this phlox here, it's giving me second thoughts too, because it is quite close to my rose here. Pretty Lady is right beside her. So that one, to be honest, I've been eyeing for a while now too. Maybe I made the mistake of planting too close. But you know what? Let's leave it for now. Maybe I'll make the adjustment next spring. I'm trying to get the Sun King into the soil. So let's tackle that next. See if I can get rid of the root system of the lilac plant. If I can, Sun King is going in today. Oh, you know what? While I'm here, I should readjust my climbing rose here. It is a mess. But look at that. Pretty, right? Very pretty color. It is suffering a bit from powdery mildew like the rest of the other plants, but you know what? I'm gonna tie her back up. Give me a sec. Whoa. Yep, this is the root ball right here. Oh my gosh, it is heavy. This lilac plant has been here for probably 15 years or so. Yeah, it's ginormous, but I got it out. Oh, there it is. So my Sun King will go right into that spot, sorry. Woohoo! Wow, I didn't think I could get it out this year. So happy about that. Okay, so this is where I'm eyeing my Sun King. I did have to dig a little bit over to this side because the spot where the lilac was just right here. So I moved it over slightly. I think position-wise, I like it, right? So it's good coverage on this side, and then also the angle from this side also works for me because it should grow fairly big. So next year, I'm thinking it will cover a good chunk of this spot right here, which will be perfect. Okay, I think I'm gonna backfill it since I like it. You know what? I'm still eyeing that phlox. Oh my gosh. Should I move it right beside here? The only problem is that I have some Annabelle hydrangeas right there, and that one will grow pretty big too. So I don't know if moving that phlox right beside the Sun King, which will be in between the Sun King and the hydrangea, would be a good idea or not. This one is a bit of a tricky one because I do feel it's too close to my rose here, the Pretty Lady rose right there. Tad too close for my liking. All right, let me just eyeball this for a bit longer. This is the part of gardening that's a bit tricky sometimes. Sometimes you'll plop something in originally, you'll like it, and then you sit on it, you're like, no, I don't love it. So then you know what? Time to move it if I don't love it, right? Hey, this is day 2 of fall cleanup. So yesterday I got a lot done. Today I'm going to tackle something a bit different. Behind me here, you're gonna see, what is it, that patch of mums right there. I've planted that mums many years ago. I would say 10 years-ish. So it started off with one small patch and now it has spread pretty big. So you know what, I'll take you around here to show you what I am planning to have done today. And also too, I totally forgot, I have a lilac stump here that I need to also remove the root system from too. So here we go. Here behind me, you probably can see, right, all this is just from one clump spreading over the years, and it's just become way too much. So I'm planning to cut it back, just leaving a small section of it, and then I'm going to remove the rows of Sharon plants today also. Hopefully I can get all that done. Weather is like 27 here today. Isn't that crazy? We're in end of September and the weather is like midsummer temperature. So yeah, I'm gonna tackle more garden chores today. Hopefully I can get more done. It's harder and harder to squeeze stuff in because obviously the daytime is short. So we got work. After work we can only squeeze in so much tasks or chores done before it gets dark, right? So let's get to it. So as I had mentioned, I got a lot done yesterday, but the one problem I ran into after completing all my tasks, removing stuff and transplanting things here and there, I found out that there are spots in my garden that is, how do you say this, is missing soil. Oh my gosh, sometimes when you think of stuff you're like, how do I phrase this? Anyhow, missing a lot of soil. So what I had to do was, on my way home from work today, I had to stop by to grab more soil to fill in those empty spots. So that's another task. Sometimes when you do stuff and you have it planned in your head and then all of a sudden something comes up and that is like another issue or another problem that you have to solve. Yeah, so that is another thing I need to do. I need to top up my soil, and then I bought some mulch, but I won't be doing that yet. I figure I should put in my tulip bulbs in first before I put the mulch on. Otherwise it's going to be a hassle to try to put the tulips bulbs in, trying to remove all of the mulch. Anyways, it's just yeah, so I do have the mulch that I have to do, but I'm gonna wait until after my spring bulbs go in first. But today I will be topping up soil in my garden. After I finish everything, hopefully I still have daylight and I can show you what I have been doing in the last few days trying to get things done in the garden. I have been moving a lot of stuff around. Yes. I don't know if other gardeners run into that problem or not, but sometimes I plop stuff and then I sit on it. Yes, I was just saying, a lot of times I would plop things here and there, sit on it, eye it. Sometimes I might love it at the beginning, but sometimes I change my mind. So that's exactly what has been happening. So throughout the summer, I have been moving a lot of things around, just rearranging my garden, redesigning it. I thought I loved it, but for the most part I do, but there are a lot of things I wanted to move around. So I have been doing that, and because of that, there are certain spots that need extra soil. Yeah, so you know what, it's been a process, and I actually am very looking forward to how it would look like next year when it starts to grow back again, things start filling out. I think for me, I'm a very visual person. I know there are people who are amazing at planning things out in their head. I'm not one of those people. I need to see it. I need to, kind of get a feel of it for it, to know if I love it or not. So yes, lots of rearranging. It might not still work next year. I might change my mind again, and then I get to redesign it again. And I think that's part of gardening that I really enjoy, is that it's kind of like a platform for you to express your style, your artistic sense, and there's really no wrong or right for me. Well, at least for me. I'm sure I'm doing a lot of no-nos in the gardening world, kind of like the to-do the right things to do certain things. I'm not one of those. I garden for the love of gardening, and I do it as per my style. I'm not following any rule books, any, hardcore rules that you have to follow by. And I find it enjoyable when you're able to express yourself in that way. So I hope you will join me in terms of getting all my stuff done. Gorgeous weather. I hope this stays a little bit longer, but I know fall and winter, fall is here already, but winter is just right around the corner. Yeah, so the so-called ball spots or areas that need soil, see it here, I rearranged this one, put this one here, and the soil here, I don't know where it went, to be honest with you. So it needs more soil there. There's a big, ginormous, I don't know if it will pick up in the camera here, but here's a big hole, needs more soil there. Another big hole here where I dug out the phlox. Yep, these that's hence why I needed to go get my, oh, this is a ginormous hole right here. Look at that. Yep, that's what happens when you dig stuff around and you need to buy more soil to fill it up. This part just needs to, yeah, I'm planning to put this yarrow here. Look how pretty the color is, but for whatever reason it didn't do very well in my pot. It survived the winter, came back for me, but it really didn't bloom at all. I think that might be the first bloom or something. Yeah, so I'm going to try to put it there. It doesn't grow too tall, so it won't overcrowd this spot here. And also too, I don't know what is going on with this corbel. Look at this heuchera. Looks like it's half dead for some reason. I got two of it and they are both doing the same thing. Is anybody else experiencing this? And this is only in the last week or so. I feel like the weather change, since the weather has been changing, this is what has been happening to some of my plants. They just look so sad. Yeah, if you're experiencing the same thing, let me know in the comments so that I don't think I'm killing mine because of neglect or whatnot. But yeah, lots of plants looking sad like that. Yep, more fall chores that I need to do. Oh, I gotta rearrange this whole section too. But still a lot of colors. It looks like it's in the middle of summer, doesn't it? With this gorgeous weather. Yeah. All right, let's go get some work done. Here's another one of my heuchera that is doing really bad. It was doing phenomenal, super healthy. And look at it now. It looks like it wants to die on me. What is happening? I've only noticed it in the last week or so. These ones just look tired, but they're not too bad. What is going on with this one? Anybody else experiencing this wiltiness about with their heucheras? What am I doing wrong? Ay, yikes. All right, let's tackle the mums first. So I got the mums to a very manageable size. So let's take a look at that.
of it. I've removed all of them around here. There was a lot, a big section of it. And you know what? That's exactly what I want, to open up that space. I'm leaving this patch here for the time being. So far, I don't mind that look, but I'm very happy that it opens up this space. Next, I'm gonna tackle the Rose of Sharon here. I'm just gonna remove the whole entire thing. So I feel like this is gonna look so much better with less clutter. All right, let's do the Rose of Sharon now. Oh, I think the Rose of Sharon is going to be a tricky one. Look at that. It's been here for 15 years at least, I think. So I don't even know if I can take off the root system or not, but at least I'm going to chop off the branches above ground and then try to cut it as low as possible. If I can't take out this year, then I'm going to cover it so that it will die over the winter. Hopefully next year, it's easier to remove. Fingers crossed that that will work. So let's get to it. Whoa, that was crazy. The good thing about Rose of Sharon trees or branch, they're super soft, so it's actually not hard to saw through. And what I'm using is just a handheld saw, but because the trunk is so thick, it does take a bit of work to do. So you know what? I'm gonna finish it without taping, otherwise it's gonna take forever. All right, so I'll take you to it once I'm completed the task. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. Okay, I found a hack to doing this much faster than just using the saw. So what I have tried is I am using this drill bit. I think this is called a drill bit. I'm not sure. This thing. I drilled holes all along the base of the trunk here, and guess what? It literally, you can just push it over and it will fall over instead of me hacking at it, which was really hard. Okay, I'll show you how it's done. It's crazy. Okay, here we go. So drill. Almost. Voila, look at that. Isn't that crazy? Oh my goodness. Yay! Learned something new today. So I'm gonna have what, 4 or 5 of these to go. Wow, isn't that crazy? Oh my gosh, this came so handy. So you know what I figured? I'm gonna drill holes at the base of the trunk. I have a feeling I might not be able to dig them up. The trunks are ginormous. So I'm gonna drill holes into the trunk. Hopefully over the winter time, they will decay and break down. If I need to wait till next spring to dig it out, I think it's gonna be so much easier to do it than just leaving it the way it is. Yeah, I have a feeling, I don't think I'm gonna be able to use this to dig it out. Is the trunk part is really, it's massive, and there's so many of them clustered to close together. So let me try that and see how it goes. Note to self, charge your battery before you start a job. Ugh, I ran out of battery, so you know what? I'm gonna hold off on doing this one. I am gonna go over here and see if I can take out this lilac, the roots of these lilac or the stump of these lilac. So I took it out early spring, but there is still that stump left. So you know what? I'm gonna tackle that one while I wait for my battery to charge. What? Let's trim this box back. So this is stuff right here that I need to take out. I can see it better. All right, let's see. Look what I found. Snails. I have lots of these guys in my garden. Okay. That came out so much easier than I expected. I thought this would take me forever. So here's the lilac trunk I'm taking out. And here's the spot afterwards. Oh, I'm so glad that was easy. There you go. You know what I should do? Since I'm at it, I should trim back my lavender. They have just gone wild. You know what? Yes, I should do that. Cut them back, make them look a little bit neater. Okay, hold. I need to go get my trimmer. All right, I got my handy dandy electrical trimmer and trim these lavender back. Trim these lavender back. This makes trimming anything so much easier. That's looking much better. You know what? While I'm at it, I should trim this one back too. It's pretty overgrown, and I think it needs a haircut. All right, you know what? Let's go on the other side. Actually, before I trim back the evergreen here, just a slight haircut. I trimmed it back earlier, as you can see the outline here, but I still find it's a little bit too big. And these are the mums that I dug out. I don't even know if I want to save them or just put them in the compost. Most likely in the compost. I really don't have anywhere to put them anyways. Yeah, let's trim out this evergreen. And oh, because I took out the boxwood here. This area here needs a bit of trimming. I cut this or I shaped this evergreen a little bit earlier in the season. Still looking pretty good. All right, let's get to work. boxwood suffered from a lot of winter damage last winter, and also it was attacked by some kind of white bug, so I had to really trim it back. The shape is a little bit disfigured, as you can see, so what I'm going to try to do as best I can is to